Fighting out of the shadows. A baseball player's battle with the slump. The crowd roars, but it's not for you. You can't even hear your name in the announcer's voice anymore. The bat feels like a telephone pole in your hands. You step into the box. Tell yourself this time will be different. Crack, foul ball, swing, miss, strike 3. You walk back to the dugout, eyes locked on the dirt. You hear the cleats of your teammates shifting, the polite but hollow, "You'll get him next time." You don't believe them. This is the slump, and it's not just about a bad week at the plate. It's a slow, choking fog that seeps into your mind, your sleep, your soul. But here's the thing no one tells you when you're in it. A slump is not your ending. It's a test, and the players who come out stronger aren't the ones who avoid it. They're the ones who learn to fight in the dark. 1. Face the fear behind the numbers. In Major League Baseball, the average batting line for a solid player sits between 240 and 260. Drop even 20 points, and suddenly you're fighting to keep your starting spot. That's why even a short, cold streak can feel career-threatening. Even Hank Aaron's 755 career home runs had a nightmare stretch in 1968, where he went 3 for 45, 067. Why mention this? Because it proves slumps aren't a sign you've lost your talent. They're a normal part of the game's rhythm. Sports psychologists call this the performance spiral. Fear of failure leads to tension. Tension wrecks mechanics. Bad results fuel more fear. Breaking the spiral starts by recognizing you're trapped in it. 2. Break the frenzy. Most players respond to a slump with more swings, longer sessions, and tighter muscles. But biomechanics research shows that overswinging, muscling the bat with too much effort can cut bat speed and shrink the contact zone by up to 30%. Why? Because excess tension stiffens the body, disrupts the fluid whip of the swing, and narrows the fraction of a second when the bat can meet the ball squarely. Ichiro Suzuki knew this. In 2008, instead of punishing himself with extra swings, he skipped cage work, jogged in the outfield, and visualized a smooth, perfect swing. The very next game, 3 crisp singles. Sometimes calm precision beats raw effort. 3. Hunt for the first crack of light. Slumps feel like a wall, but the way out is through the smallest crack you can find. On May 24, 2006, Alex Rodriguez hit a season low, 248. His hitting coach told him to forget home runs. "One clean base hit," he said. That single broke the mental dam. In June, A-Rod hit .343 with 11 home runs. Why did it work? Sports psychology calls it locus of control. Focusing on what you can control, like making contact, restores confidence and kills the feeling of helplessness. 4. Shock the system. Your brain ties your current routine to your current results. To break the link, psychologists suggest a pattern interrupt, a deliberate disruption of your habits. Jim Edmonds, trapped in a month-long slump, swapped batting gloves, changed his walk-up song, and took a different path from the dugout to the plate. It didn't magically fix his swing, but it snapped him out of autopilot. 5. Win the battle no one sees. On paper, your rival is the pitcher. In reality, it's the voice in your head. Mike Piazza, in a 1-for-30 drought, admitted he stepped up to the plate hearing insults from the press. That's negative self-talk. Statements like, "I'm going to strike out again." It creates tension and fear before the pitch is even thrown. Piazza replaced it with 3 simple words: see it, hit it. That's positive self-talk. which research in the Journal of Sport and Exercise Psychology shows. Improves motor skill performance and reduces anxiety. Why it matters. Words aren't just noise, they're instructions to your body. The brain listens to what you repeat. 6. Borrow strength. Slumps make you want to isolate yourself. Don't. In 2009, David Ortiz's bat went silent for weeks. Teammate Dustin Pedroia told him, "Stop trying to be perfect. Just be you." Ortiz finished the season with 28 home runs. This works because of what a 2012 University of Texas study found: teams with high social support and cohesion bounce back faster from slumps. Morale isn't fluff, it's fuel. 7. Remember why you play. When Derek Jeter was in one of his rare cold streaks, he ran drills with a youth baseball clinic. Seeing kids play with pure joy reminded him, the game isn't only about numbers, it's about love of the sport. When you swing for joy instead of swinging for stats, the pressure fades, and your game flows again. 8. The last out is yours. Every slump feels endless, until it isn't. One day, the ball looks sharp again. Your hands feel quick, and the sound of contact is pure. Your batting average may rise and fall, but your fight, your willingness to keep showing up, defines you. Soon, the pitcher will wind up, you'll see the seams spin, and you'll send the ball screaming into the gap, and you'll know the slump never owned you.
It's time to study new words in context. 1. Cleats. Definition: shoes worn by athletes that have small spikes or studs on the soles to provide grip on grass, dirt, or turf. Example: the baseball player tightened his cleats before running onto the field. 2. Performance spiral. Definition: a negative cycle in which fear of failure creates tension. The tension lowers performance, and the poor results cause even more fear. Example: the rookie pitcher fell into a performance spiral after walking 3 batters in a row. 3. Frenzy. Definition: a state of uncontrolled excitement, activity, or wild behavior. Example: the fans were in a frenzy after the team hit a walk-off home run. 4. Biomechanics. Definition: the scientific study of how muscles, bones, and body movements work together, especially in sports and physical activity. Example: the coach studied the batter's swing, using biomechanics to improve his technique. 5. Squarely. Definition: directly, firmly, or with full force. Example: the ball struck the bat squarely and shot into the outfield. 6. Crisp. Definition: fresh, sharp, or clean in sound, appearance, or quality. Example: the shortstop made a crisp throw to first base for the final out. 7. Locus. Definition: the center or focus of activity, power, or control. Example: in sports psychology, the locus of control describes whether an athlete feels in charge of their success or ruled by outside forces. 8. Motor skill performance. Definition: the ability to carry out physical movements smoothly and effectively, such as throwing, hitting, or catching. Example: positive self-talk improved the player's motor skill performance during batting practice. 9. Cohesion. Definition: the quality of people or parts sticking together and working as one unit. Example: team cohesion helped the players support each other through the losing streak. 10. Fluff. Definition: things that are light, unimportant, or not serious in content or value. Example: the coach told his players to focus on fundamentals, not the fluff in the media reports.
Comprehension questions. 1. What is the main topic of the article? Answer: the article explains how baseball players can overcome performance slumps using mental strategies, real-life examples, and sports psychology concepts. 2. What is the typical batting average range for a solid Major League Baseball player? Answer, between 240 and 060. 3. Which Hall of Fame player is cited as having a stretch where he went 3 for 45? Answer, Hank Aaron, in 1968. 4. What is the performance spiral in sports psychology? Answer, a cycle where fear of failure causes muscle tension. Tension worsens performance, poor results increase fear, and the cycle repeats. 5. Why can overswinging reduce performance according to biomechanics research? Answer, excess muscle tension disrupts the fluid motion of the swing, and narrows the window for solid contact, reducing bat speed and shrinking the contact zone by up to 30%. 6. Which player skipped extra batting practice in 2008, and instead used visualization to break his slump? Answer, Ichiro Suzuki. 7. In the A-Rod example, what small goal helped him turn his slump around in 2006? Answer, focusing on getting one clean base hit instead of aiming for home runs. 8. What sports psychology concept is linked to focusing on small, controllable actions? Answer, locus of control. 9. What is a pattern interrupt in psychology? Answer, a deliberate change in routine that breaks the mental and physical cycle of a negative habit. 10. How did Jim Edmonds use a pattern interrupt to reset his mindset during a slump? Answer, he changed his batting gloves, walk-up song, and the path he took to the plate. 11. What is the difference between negative and positive self-talk? According to the article. Answer, negative self-talk uses discouraging statements like "I'm going to strike out," which increases tension, while positive self-talk uses encouraging, focused phrases like "see it," "hit it," which improves performance and reduces anxiety. 12. What research finding from the Journal of Sport and Exercise Psychology supports the use of positive self-talk? Answer, it significantly improves motor skill performance and reduces performance anxiety. 13. What did Dustin Pedroia tell David Ortiz in 2009 that helped him bounce back from a slump? Answer, stop trying to be perfect. Just be you. 14. According to a 2012 University of Texas study, what effect does high team cohesion have on slumps? Answer, teams with strong social support recover faster from slumps and are less likely to experience prolonged performance drops. 15. What is the article's final message about slumps? Answer, slumps don't define a player's career. Persistence, mental strength, and the willingness to keep stepping up will lead to breaking free from the slump.